So the XL Bully, this is a breed of dog that I've been wanting to have on the channel for a while now. Big, powerful dog, big, wide head and strong neck muscles. We all know that these dogs are going to bite hard, but let's see how hard they can bite compared to some of the other dogs we've had on the channel.
Watch it. Watch it. Yeah.
114.
So apologies for the late upload, guys. I've had such a busy weekend. I've been down in Essex at Vigo Canine. Now this is a 6-hour round trip for me, so a very long drive, but definitely worth the trip. I've been wanting to go down here for a while now because these guys have some very big, powerful dogs and a very good range of breeds. We've had XL Bullies, Cane Corsos, band dogs, and a few other dogs that we've not had on the channel before. So I'm excited to show you guys the scores that some of these dogs have been getting on the sleeve. Unfortunately, it was such a busy weekend. I forgot to write down a lot of the dog statistics, so the ages and the weights of the dogs won't be added into the videos, but we've still got the Biteforce leaderboards and the Biteforce scores. So up first, we've got Bruce, the XL Bully. Switch him on.
Yeah, we're going to get a video of him barking first and then the bites.
Yeah. 92.
What are we doing? 2 by 6 stops or 3 by 6?
Sometimes it takes them a while to get used to it, yeah. $111. That's better. $112. So Bruce comes in with 112 kilograms of bite force, very powerful bite. That is the first time that I've actually seen an XL Bully in person doing bite work, and I'm genuinely impressed. You know, very big, powerful dog, good grip, and also the level of control that the owner had was very impressive. You know, these dogs recently have had a lot of bad press, especially in the UK. So it's nice to see that the owner has put the work in and he's got that dog under a nice level of control. You know, the dog's out in from the sleeve first time. A lot of the other dogs we've had won't even do that. So it's nice to see that the owner has got very good obedience with this dog. He doesn't make it onto the leaderboard today, but up next we've got Moose, the XL Bully, the silent assassin. So let's see how he does on the sleeve. Yeah, whenever you're ready, mate. $142. 149. 149. Woo. 156. Silent assassin. Yeah, do 3. So Moose comes in with a huge 161 kilograms of bite force, and that puts him 6th place on the leaderboard overall without even making a sound. You saw Harry at the start there was trying to get a bark out of him. I came in at the end and tried to get a bit of a bark out of him, and he just did not make a noise. Going back to my last episode, Moose would be so good in a home invasion scenario because nobody would even know he was there. He could be hiding under the table in complete silence. The bad guy comes in and then Moose just comes flying out like a bull in a china shop. So that's a very impressive score. You know, we knew those XL bullies were going to have that sort of power, the 160, maybe some could even get into the 170, 180 range. Very powerful dogs, and I think they lack in terms of speed and agility. They definitely make up for that in terms of power. So next up is Yuro, who is actually a Staffy cross Cane Corso. So let's see what he can do. Now, the Staffy cross Cane Corso is definitely something that I've never seen before, and that is a very interesting mix of dog breeds. You could kind of see the difference between Yuro and the XL bullies that were on before him. He just had a very high level of intensity, very eager to get on the sleeve. Now, the Staffies are known for this. Those dogs are 100 miles an hour in everything they do, and it's very hard to get a Staffy to actually calm down, especially if you have guests around, things like that. You know, they're always running around, spinning, jumping up at people, very excitable dogs. The Cane Corso, on the other hand, is a very alert, powerful dog with good guarding instincts, but they also have a good off switch. You know, they could happily nap for most of the day. They have a very good off switch and they can switch on when it's time to do the work. But Yuro is very intense, you know, especially in his bite force. For such a small dog, 115 kilograms is very, very respectable. So again, Yuro has a very good level of obedience. He wasn't too difficult to get off of the sleeve, but he did eventually out. And he also had a very good on switch. You know, this just shows that the guys down at Vigo Canine obviously put a lot of work into their dogs, and it's really showing in these videos. I may be able to get hold of Yuro's age and weight because he may have a chance at getting onto the power to weight leaderboard, because for his size, that score was very impressive. So up next, we've got Ammo, the XL bully. So Ammo comes in with a very respectable 144 kilograms of Biteforce. I think that's roughly going to be around 315, maybe 320 pounds, but still a very strong score. So Ammo again was very non-vocal, not much barking, not much lunging from him. If you're an XL Bully owner, just drop down in the comments, is this something that's typical of this breed? You know, does this show a high level of confidence in the breed? Do they not feel the need to bark? Are they not intimidated by the decoy? Let us know down in the comments what you think, but yeah, I'm not really too sure on this one. So in general, it was just really nice to see the XL Bullies doing the work. You know, this is not a breed we've had on the channel before. They've had a lot of bad press. And overall, you know, it's just nice to see the responsible owners spending time with the dogs, giving the dogs an outlet and putting in the work. But it's not only the XL Bully that needs a responsible owner, it's all big dog breeds. The Presa Canarios, the Cane Corsos, the German Shepherds, the Rottweilers, and even the Staffys. You know, these types of breeds need the right guidance and the right owner so they can really excel. Up next, we've got Ralph, who is actually the Vigo Canine mascot. He's a 12-year-old Staffordshire Terrier, and he's definitely still got plenty in the tank. So check this one out.
Yeah, we switch him on.
Watch him out. Stop him now! Stop him! Oh boy, stop him! Good boy, Ralph.
79.
Out!
Started on 18, yeah? Then just shot up.
Good boy, Ralph. Good boy. Stop him! Stop him, Ralph! Stop him! Stop him!
83.
Good boy, stop him! Stop him, Ralph! Good boy!
So check that out for a war cry at the start there from Ralph, the 12-year-old Staffy, who comes in with a Biteforce of 83 kilograms. And you know, that is putting a lot of the younger dogs we've had on the channel to shame. He might be the oldest, but he's definitely not the slowest or the weakest. Surprisingly, although that Ralph is a veteran, he's not been training in bite work for very long at all. You know, but this is just typical of the Staffy. They are very well suited to a bite work role. I don't know if you've ever played tug with a Staffy, but they may be very small, but they will definitely pull your arm out of your socket if given the chance. They really do put 100% into everything they do. And when they grab hold of something, they love to shake and tug 100 miles an hour. And Ralph has shown us that even at 12 years old, the Staffy is still a force to be reckoned with. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the video. We've still got a few more surprises to come from this testing day down at Vigo Canine. Some very impressive scores on the sleeve and some big, powerful breeds. So stay tuned and I'll see you on the next one.